1077 The Brock, 1077thebrock.com. I'm Elise.
I'm Amanda.
And we're your hosts of Disney's Insiders, our new show. Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Hello. Oh, this is so exciting.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So this is our first show. A little thing about us, we just came back from the Disney College Program.
Mm-hmm.
So this show is all about Disney, how you can get into the DCP, and all the inside scoop of what it's actually like working at Disney.
You worked there. I think we both worked there for about 6 months with 6-month program. You learn a lot in that 6 months. So we're very excited. We have a lot of things to talk about.
Yeah. So a little bit about us. So I'm Elise. I am a senior here at Rider. I'm a public relations major with a minor in film and TV. And my DCP program was from January 10th to July 28th, 2022.
Yep, my name's Amanda. I'm a junior. I'm a dance performance major with a psychology minor. And my DCP went from February 28th of this year to August 25th.
So you just got back?
Yeah, so that was pretty exciting. Moving out of Florida, driving back, pretty much moving into Rider the next day. Yeah. Not even unpacking the boxes, just moving them over.
That's so I never actually fully unpacked before I came here because I was like, there's no point.
Yeah, there's really no point. So my room probably looks exactly like my Disney room did.
Yeah.
All the ears on the wall, the classic stuff that you see. Mm-hmm.
I love it. So I guess why did you choose to do the Disney College Program?
I've always loved Disney. Obviously, as a dancer, I'm really into the entertainment part of it. Yeah, and I just was really not feeling school at the moment. I just really wanted an out. So I really thought I wasn't going to get accepted my first time applying. I was like, well, let me apply now. Maybe I'll get in next year or the year after. Let me just start applying now. So I sent in an application, didn't really think anything of it. And then I got moved on to the interview, which got moved on to being accepted. Yeah. How about you?
I kind of knew about the Disney College Program since high school, early high school. I learned about it. And I would watch all the YouTube channels, their DCP vlogs.
Oh my gosh,
learning about it. Yeah. And I mean, same as you, I love Disney and I've always wanted to work for the company. Let alone working at the parks. I think that's just a crazy thing to do. And so I applied for my second semester of my junior year, and that was I felt like the perfect timing for me to go. I did get nervous my sophomore year when COVID was hitting and they didn't have the DCP open.
And they sent everyone home. Oh, that was, yeah.
So I was nervous that would ruin my chance for being able to go. But they opened it up right for us to.
Yeah, I did notice a lot of people I was working with were people who were sent home during the pandemic and were brought back. Which was very interesting. So usually they're of college age when you're doing the college program. I had a lot of, 24, 25-year-olds. Well, I got sent home and they're giving me the second chance, which is really cool. So they had a lot of experience already.
Yeah. Prior to COVID, it used to be, I think, 1 year after graduation that you can do it.
Yes, I think it's still the same, but they made the exception for those.
Yeah.
Usually to apply, you have to be enrolled in a university or be within 1 year of your graduation to apply. And then afterwards, you're not eligible anymore for the program. Just how it goes.
And then when we went, they changed it to 2 years for the moment. I don't know how long they're keeping that, but I think it was just so that the people who couldn't go or got sent home were able to come back.
Yeah, but I heard you talk about that you're working in the parks. We were both very fortunate to get put in the parks. There are many places you can work during the Disney College Program. So obviously there's the 4 parks, the 2 water parks. I don't know how many resorts. There's so many resorts. But working in any of those resorts are also places you can get put into. So you worked at Magic Kingdom. You want to talk about a little bit about your role?
Yeah, so I worked in Magic Kingdom. I was Main Street Daily Operations. When I got the role revealed to me, because you're not able to choose your role at this time, it said Magic Kingdom Attractions. So I automatically thought that I got on a ride. And
teacups.
I was really hoping for Pirates of the Caribbean because that's my favorite ride. Dude, the costumes are cute. Obviously I didn't get that, but I ended up being Main Street Daily Operations, and why it's called Attractions is because one of the things that we are trained in is Mickey's Theater, and that's where you meet Mickey. So it has those similar aspects of Mickey Merge, this when you merge Lightning Lane and Standby, or helping with the queues and the lines. But I didn't do that often because Pack was more exciting. I normally did PAC, which is Parade Audience Control, which they actually just changed the name after I left to GIFT. It's Guest Flow Team.
Oh.
I don't like it as much, but,
Yeah.
probably just because that wasn't like mine when I was there. But yeah, so I was based on Main Street, and I would help with the parades, the fireworks shows, cavalcades, all those things that would kind of go around. So our costume was one of the only costumes that was universal. So we could go into any of the areas of the park, whereas normally your costume is like specific to the land that you work in.
That is true.
Yeah, and you're not allowed to go into other places because, well, that's why he made the tunnels underneath Magic Kingdom.
He didn't, and we'll get into that.
Yeah. They are real. He didn't want, someone from Fantasyland in Adventureland.
Exactly. That's how you keep the magic. Every land you cross into when you're going to the parks has that specific theme, and you really do learn a lot about that as a cast member, how to maintain that illusion kind of that you're in the world that's being portrayed. We had something similar too with all our, I worked at Epcot. We had a lot of different worlds like that. Like, I worked in like the land, the world nature. And then there was like the world showcase with all the countries. So yeah, should I go into mine?
Yeah, you can go too.
Yeah. So I worked at Epcot, which is another park. I was very thankful to get put into a park. While I would have liked the resort, everyone kind of, Magic Kingdom's obviously the dream, but any park, is super fun. So I worked in Epcot, I worked in the Land Pavilion, and I worked at the attraction Soarin' Around the World. One of the more popular attractions, it's a flight simulator, so a lot of safety critical stuff, also a good customer service role, working at the front desk, pretty much loading people in, doing little spiels, checking seatbelts, and operating the ride. So a lot of interesting stuff to learn. Definitely very fun.
I know something about like safety critical roles because mine was too. I know that we weren't allowed to wear smartwatches, like our Apple Watch. Yeah, I was like,
we can talk about the costume. They changed it a little bit recently, but it was like no jewelry, like no necklaces, no bracelets. Earrings had to be a certain length. Of course, the no smartwatches. Can't take your phone out at all. The nails, right? Disney look. Nails had to be certain length, certain color.
Yeah.
Hair can't be colored.
Yeah, there was like certain ways you can kind of get around it.
Yeah, a little sneak around it. But Disney does have a really strict Disney look that everyone needed to follow. Which might not be something that everyone knows. Yeah,
I know that like nail color, they are like changing it. Like they're getting the restrictions are getting looser, as, like,
especially with tattoos. Yeah, the tattoo one changed recently, which is a big one. It has to be smaller than your hand with your fingers together, and it has to cover the whole tattoo. It can't be any bigger than that.
I know a lot of people I worked with because we worked outside, and they have like They have like the full sleeve tattoos, I know what my coordinator says. So they have like those like white sleeves, you know? But people like wear them
to cover it.
Yeah, and people wear them anyway just to protect your skin from the sun.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Because it's like my tan lines, like after coming back, are so bad.
I was so lucky to work inside, and my costume was jacket, long pants, very much winter attire, which is definitely hot, but so lucky to be inside. So I did not get a good tan. But it's okay.
Yeah, my costume was, during the summertime, most of the time I worked. So it's like a red vest. It's like not like the prettiest thing.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's a red vest with like a white shirt underneath. And then the shorts went up to like almost to your knee, like a little bit above your knee. Because, it's Disney.
The shorts were never flattering.
They were never flattering.
They were a weird thing. Yeah, we got to be family friendly.
But I mean, I didn't hate it though. When it was the wintertime, we wore the bow tie.
See, I wasn't really there in the winter, so that was probably much. You had all the winter costumes, and you had to switch over.
Yeah, we had full pants, and then I mean, you can wear this at any time, but because I get cold easily. Wear full pants, and then like the sleeves are full sleeves.
Yeah.
And then we have winter coats, and this is all stuff that like Disney gives you. Like you can't wear your own winter coat. Like it's Disney's winter coat.
Same thing with rain jackets.
Yeah. So we got winter coat. We got gloves. We had hot hands. You know, put under the gloves.
My God. Did it really get that cold?
Dude, it got freezing at night, and you wouldn't think this was Florida. But and especially because like I did fireworks a lot, so a lot of my shifts were at night.
Yeah, in the DCP, a lot of your shifts are usually the shifts that full-timers and part-timers don't want to work. So they stick them with the DCP students. So it was usually pretty late at night or long days.
So I guess we can kind of go into like the application process.
Oh my gosh, yes. Of course.
Anyone who's like interested in going to
I highly recommend.
Yeah, I recommend it too. I mean, it looks good in your resume. I had a blast. I mean,
yeah, so fun.
Yeah.
If you love Disney, like it's the perfect thing. I got accepted my first time, which I was not expecting.
Same.
So yeah, it is. I do recommend applying. The program can be like 3 months to. I mean, you can extend for a year.
Yeah, up to a year.
So we both did 6-month programs. If I were to do it again, I would probably do it a little shorter of a time. I don't know about you. Did you like the 6 months or?
I liked it. I was there for like almost 7 months.
Oh wow!
I had one of the longest programs. I mean, I liked it. I would have stayed longer. I feel like midway through, I was like, you know, like
I just missed my family so much. Yeah, that's the only thing. You're so far away. And
it's like a whole plane ride. But
I drove.
Oh yeah. I took the auto train there. I put the car on the auto train, and then you just like sleep on the train. They have food and stuff, and then like it takes you there. I mean, it's kind of long, but
my dad and I did a little road trip. So that was really fun.
That's what a lot of people do. Not a lot of people
and then you can get your car there.
Yeah. I had my car.
Highly recommend bringing your car.
Yeah.
You do have to pay for the parking decal, but having your car there, so you don't have to take those buses that they provide, 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Yeah. So we'll get to the application process a little bit later with the cars. Yeah, I do recommend the car. If you don't have a car or like you don't want to bring it, it's not the end of the world. I use my car. I didn't use it like as much because mostly everyone I knew had a car too, so we would like switch around. But they do have a bus like transportation system for CP. So you would live at Flamingo, which is like their housing. You don't have to, but most people do live at the Flamingo Crossings apartments. And then they have a bus system where it'll take you anywhere in the like Disney resort. So you kind of have to. They're like mostly reliable. I know that every once in a while they like break down or
you see one on the side of the road every now and then.
Yeah. I would normally take it like to work, and then I would drive home with my friend, just because for me it like forces me like, oh, I have to make it here at this time. Like I have to make the bus. I mean, even though I did have my car there, but I would use it for more like, you know, going to shops, so like going around. Also, if you want to go to Universal, they don't have like, you know, buses or anything else. So,
and it only stops at like the Target across the street, which is really small.
Yeah.
So that's like the only way you would get groceries if you don't have a car, obviously. I was always the driver for my friends. I was like the only one with a car.
It was my friend Allie. She had like a van, so we would all just like hop in the van.
That's really fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. But yeah, I got the Universal pass.
I did not. A lot of people do. They get a pass to Universal because you're there. I went twice, but did not get a pass.
Yeah, I know like my roommates and my friends are like really into Universal, especially my one roommate. Like that's like her thing, you know? So we went a lot, especially our first 2 weeks, because your first 2 weeks when you get there with the program, you don't get your main entrance pass, which is like what allows you to go into all the parks for free. Until about like 2 weeks, because they like mail it to you. I know it's kind of weird. So I was like, if I can't go in the parks, then I'm gonna go to Universal and I'm gonna go to Disney Springs. So I know a while we did that.
Yeah, now I'm sure that a lot of people know, but they do the reservation system now.
Yeah,
which is so hard. I cannot wait for Disney to get rid of this park reservation system. Yeah. It is the absolute worst. Trying to squeeze in, getting into these parks, it's so hard. It's so complicated. Because
like before COVID times, there were no like reservations, so if we were working in the CP and you have the main entrance pass, you can just go to any of the parks any of the time. You don't have to do anything prior to going there. Now with the reservation system, employees or cast members are also a part of that reservation system. So we have to also like reserve our spot at a park. So not all the parks will always be open for us to go. So if you wanted to go like Animal Kingdom today, be like, oh, you can't, or you park hop.
Or you can park hop. But if you're looking that day to get into a park, absolutely not. Everything's going to be full. You got to look like a week ahead of time. And then your schedule comes out every 2 weeks. So you don't even know if you're going to be working that day and you're trying to plan a park day. And that was very hard to get into.
Hard.
Yeah.
And there was like a period of time, I don't know. When did you come in again?
February 28th.
February. Okay, yeah. So you were there when we were like blocked out.
Yes,
for a while.
Blockout dates. Oh my goodness.
They like got rid of them for most, like the rest of our program. But there was a period of time we were like blocked out of the park. So like cast members weren't allowed to use like our main entrance pass to get in. Like we would have to pay to get in. Yeah. Obviously, we're not going to do that.
No, obviously no. And usually this is a secret. If you working at a park, you just stay there after your shift or before your shift.
Yeah, there's like rules are like
you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that.
You're not supposed to do that.
I know, like we would like go and like get something to eat. But I lost my train of thought. No, we go something to eat, but like we wouldn't go on a ride because you're not supposed to go on rides. But if you want to like grab like ice cream, what I was told was that was okay. Also, like when we would be done work, it would be like, it'd be like 10 o'clock and the park closes at 11. So, but every once in a while we would get like when it wasn't blocked out. It was only like a couple of weeks that we were blocked out.
Yeah, especially like big days like 4th of July, like spring break time. Like when a lot of guests are coming in, they usually limit the amount of cast members that are coming in.
And like I didn't have a huge problem with like getting blocked out except for like that one period of time. Okay, so we're gonna go into our commercial break. So keep up with the Bronx on social media. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at 1077 The Bronx, on Twitter at 1077 The Bronx FM, and on TikTok at 1077 The Bronx WRRC. We will be back with more of the Disney Insiders after these underwriting announcements. And welcome back to Disney Insiders.
Woo.
Woo.
Yeah.
So we're actually going to go into the application process.
Yes, we're actually going to talk about the application process now. We're not going to get sidetracked. So,
the application process kind of changed throughout the years. Again, a lot of stuff changed like after COVID. So, if you want to see like, we know the newest stuff.
The newest
application process. So, they took out the phone interview for a while. So normally it would be that you would, I guess, just kind of like put out in a form, like an application where you have like your resume on it, talk about prior job experience, and then that would be like the first stage. And then the second stage would be the WBI and then phone interview, like beforehand.
What's the WBI?
The web-based interview. The one we had like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we just did that. There was no phone interview, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it was just the web-based interview, which was pretty much just like
questions, like scenarios.
Yeah, like it'd be like a scenario. Like, I like working in a group, and then you would be like, I strongly relate to this, or this is not me at all. And it was just a lot of questions like that, just so they got to know like your personality, like your work ethic. Do you work well with people? Just so they can place you into the best role for you. Yeah,
and then they would have a couple where it was like, if like you messed up on something, like, you know, would you tell this person? Would you tell this person? You know, like that type of stuff as well.
Yeah, or like there was a conflict. What would you do? Like, would you confront them? Would you go to a manager? Yeah.
So then that would be like the second stage. So you kind of have to like pass each stage by themselves to keep moving forward. So first you have to pass the like initial application process.
And then I believe in the first stage, when you're sending in your resume, they ask when would be the earliest you would like to come in, when would you like to leave. So I didn't know this when I was applying, that whatever you choose there is gonna be your program days. I was just like, let me just put my availability, and they filled that whole thing up. So I was like, well, winter break is until like January, so I put January, and then I don't go back to school until the first week of September. So let me put the end of August. And my program was literally the 6 months that I chose. So when you are choosing that, be very mindful that that is going to be how long you are there.
Yeah, I put in, so the first date starting the like spring DCP 2022, which was us, was January 10th. So that's what I put. I was like, all right, January 10th. And then I put all the way down to, I think like August something. But again, they're like 6-7 month programs.
Yeah.
So they cut me off at July 28th.
I started a little bit later than I chose to. But the end date was the same one that I picked.
Yeah. So that would be like the first thing. So then you have to like go through that, get approved. And then the next one is the WBI we talked about. And they'll tell you right away, like after you take it, because I guess it's kind of like, you know, programmed in.
I did hear back pretty quickly after that part.
Yeah. It would be like, it would say at the end if you're in like further consideration, which means you pass the area, but it doesn't mean that like you're actually in it. Or it's like, sorry, like this is the end.
Yeah, this is not your time.
Yeah. So we both, you know, obviously got the, okay, you're in like more in consideration.
Yes.
So we're like, okay, so we're still in the running here. And then I feel like normally it took a little bit longer, but I feel like for our time, they were kind of trying to get it done fast. Yeah. Cause they were still like bringing back the CP. We were, I think the second group to come back. So, I heard like a week after.
I would say, like a week.
Yeah.
If not even a little bit shorter.
And we have like, there's Facebook groups for like the CPs, like each CP program. So for our like spring 2022 DCP Facebook page.
Yeah.
So there'd be like group meetings and stuff like that.
Too.
Yeah.
Oh, I did all that. It's like your freshman year of college when you're like, my name's Amanda and I like going to the gym, but also staying in and watching a movie. Would you like to be my roommate? And it's like,
exactly. That's how I found my roommate.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was through the Facebook page because I, you know, did the whole, like, I like this stuff, whatever. I forget if I found hers or she found mine. I honestly don't remember. But I know we were, like, both into sports, you know. It's, like, the same thing as college roommate selection.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, cool. But the trick is that you have to have the exact same dates as the roommate that you picked.
Yes. That was very tough to find.
Yeah, so I just got lucky.
I did not pick a roommate ahead of time. I just kind of went into it blind.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to talk about, there's 3 different housing options. There's a 2x2, a 2x4, and a 4x4.
Yes.
So do you want to talk about how you kind of selected that, the little housing application thing?
So the 2x2s means there's 2 bedrooms, which like you're going to be sharing a double, and then there's 2 bathrooms. And then 2x4 is that everyone gets a single bedroom and then there's 2 bathrooms. And then 4x4, everyone has their own bathroom and their own bedroom. And the price of rent increases for each of those things. So I did a 2x2, which was the cheapest option.
Yeah, and it's taken out of your paycheck.
Yeah.
So that was pretty easy, but also sad.
Yeah. You would never want to see like how much you made versus how much you get. Like,
oh my gosh, yeah. Can't even imagine. But you had the cheapest one, so that's good. So that means you shared a room. I wish I shared a room, honestly. I feel like, because I had a 4x4, which means I had my own room and my own bathroom, which honestly got really lonely after a while. And it's kind of hard to make friends with your roommates when they're all hiding in their rooms. So if I were to do it again, I would definitely choose to at least like share a bathroom with someone so that I was just like more friends with my roommates. I really did not get close with any of my roommates because of the 4x4. And it was the most expensive one too. So I wish I saved some money and made a friend.
Yeah, it's definitely like a risk in a way where, especially if you're like just going in random, it's like you don't know who you're going to be.
That was my biggest fear.
But at least for us, when we were going in, we could only pick one roommate. So I could only pick the roommate that I was sharing my room with.
That's
the other 2 roommates, I didn't know until I walked in the door and they were there. I just got lucky that I had amazing roommates. I got close with my roommates. I love them. One of them is still there. The other 2 left out of the program like me. But I think one of them might want to go back in the future. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I kind of liked having, like, sharing a room allowed me to, as you said, like,
get out of your shell,
get more connected. Yeah, especially with like my roommate, Kristen, shout out. Because most of the time your roommates or like friends that you make in opening week, you know, when you're meeting everyone, if you're like have different jobs, then your schedule is going to be completely different.
You won't be seeing them.
Completely different.
Yeah.
So there's a chance that you'll hardly see your roommates just because your work schedule is like, someone might be doing morning. Yeah. Other people do nights. So it's hard to find that in between times or your days off. I got lucky that I had similar enough schedules where we were able to like have days off together every once in a while or see each other like at night. But it's not like you see them all the time. Most likely they're going to be at work when you're home and vice versa. Yeah, but I like the 2x2. Also, I've like shared a room like most of my life. So like I was used to it. I was like, sure, why not?
Yeah. And all the rooms come with, it's like a full kitchen, a living room
with a big
TV,
Smart
of course. And they come with like plates, glasses, silverware. I brought all that stuff and I wish I didn't.
Yeah.
It comes with all that. So if you are listening to this and you're planning on doing it, don't bring any kitchen stuff because it's all there.
Though, we'll say like the pots and pans, like the pans at least, I didn't like the pans.
You didn't like them?
Because like they were like not nonstick.
Well, actually, I'm glad that I brought my stuff because two of my roommates had a gluten allergy. And they were very into, you can't use my stuff. So I'm very glad that I brought my own stuff just for that. But yeah, I didn't really see them that much anyway.
Yeah, I think I brought a couple stuff. Like I brought some cups and stuff like that.
And of course, you're just going to be buying a bunch of stuff. I wish I packed lighter because you're going to do a lot of shopping. You're going to buy a lot of mugs anyway. I did not need the 10 mugs.
Dude, Disney has so many mugs and they get you. Like,
they do.
The amount of cups I brought back.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I honestly thought I had to part with a bunch of like, not the Disney stuff, of course, but like random stuff. It wouldn't fit my car on the way back.
Yeah, it was interesting trying to bring everything back afterwards, like trying to fit, because I only brought my car, so I had all my stuff in my car.
Exactly.
I have like a small Honda Civic. Like it's not like I have a lot of room.
I don't know how those people who come in on planes and they have like the one suitcase, how do you do that?
No idea. They would have to buy another suitcase because like the amount of stuff when you're living at Disney and you have like our discount, the amount of stuff that we buy, you know what I mean? Like,
oh my gosh, the discount.
Yeah.
What is it? It's like 20%?
It's 20%, unless it's a holiday. Then like the holiday discount's 40%. So when I came in, I had 40% for like the first month because it was still the holiday discount.
And then the whole month of August.
Yeah, well after we left.
Oh,
you were there.
No. I was there. I got so much stuff. The last month of August, it was 50% off all merch. You can only imagine, guys. You can only imagine what my credit card looks like right now. If my parents are watching this, please turn away for a second. It is very bad. Okay, I did a lot of damage. I'm sorry.
Dude, that's crazy. When I saw like, because I still have like the Cast Life app, especially because like that was like,
mine
right
doesn't
after
work
I left.
anymore.
Really? Actually, I haven't tried. I should try it.
Yes, this is cast member only info, guys. There is an app that you can just see your schedule. It's not really not that exciting. No, I made it sound a lot more exciting.
It's just
than
like
it is.
info.
Yeah, just like general info for cast members. But once I left, I didn't like my program ended. I lost all access to that stuff. And then there's the hub too and all those Disney cast member fun things.
I either don't remember a password or most likely I got kicked out. Because it's been
I think I got kicked out.
And I think I got kicked out. At least I got logged out.
She's trying it right now, guys.
I don't think I can go in.
No.
That's a big
No. That's so sad. I was so sad when I went on. I'm like, it's like that account does not exist. I'm like, no.
Mine just says invalid password or something. Oh no, I'll have to look at it.
Maybe.
But yeah, I still had access to it the next like week or so. Like I would check in because I was still like, oh, and that's when I saw like the holiday discount, 50% off, like right after I left, and I was like, are you kidding me?
And then we get the comp tickets, guys. So the amount of hours that you work, like it's like the first 150 hours and like the first 300 hours, you get a free ticket to bring like a guest with you. So you can only imagine after 5 months of me working how many guest tickets I have. And I pretty much got to take my whole family to Disney for like not as much as it usually would be, which was really rewarding to be able to do that for my family, which is one of the main reasons I wanted to go, was to give back to my family because we're a big Disney family. So that was really fun. I don't know if you had any experience with your comp tickets or did anyone visit you?
Yeah. My mom, my sister visited me, and then like once, probably like 3 months in, and then my sister alone visited me and then my whole family came. Mm-hmm. So my birthday is July 23rd. Mm-hmm. My last date, my move-out day was July 28th. So my family came in, celebrated my birthday. It was my 21st.
That's
so
fun too.
Yeah, I celebrated at Epcot, drink around the world.
Of course.
Have to. And then the rest of my family left basically. And then my mom stayed to help me pack up and took the auto train back. So it kind of worked out in the perfect way where they came in, celebrated my birthday, and I was able to use my comp tickets for them. So
I did the same thing my birthday week because my birthday was June 28th. They all came that week, was towards the end of my program. And then my mom and sister came like in April, like a few months in. And then I went home once, end of May, I think. I went home for a weekend.
Oh,
and then,
that's nice.
Yeah, which is really cool because I've never been on I've been on a plane when I was like a baby, but I've never like been on a plane before. So that was my first plane ride and it was all by myself. I feel like a true woman now. I'm a true adult. And then my roommate now, my best friend, Shannon, shout out, and my boyfriend, John, shout out, came the first month I was there. So that was really fun. So yeah, even though like I was so far away from home, we did really have a good like schedule to plan out a bunch of stuff for visits and stuff. That was really cool.
Yeah, I know part of the time, like when my family visit, the good thing about like how shifts work and stuff like that working here is that I know at least for me, it depends on like where you work and how many people work there for like availability. Mm-hmm. But for me, we have like a whole Facebook group just for like shift exchanges.
We had the same, yeah.
Yeah, so if I had like a firework shift or like a parade shift and I wanted to switch, then like it was pretty easy in a way to be able to change my shift so that I can spend the time that I want with my family. So a lot of the time I'll be like, oh, we can go to the parks during the day, and then I'll just leave them, like work a firework shift and then come back.
Yeah. I don't know if I don't know, like for merch it's really easy. I don't know if it's similar to what you did, but as long as you're trained in the area, you can pick up a shift like anywhere. I don't know if was that different from you?
No, I couldn't do anywhere else.
Okay, yeah. But the people who did like merch, if you're trained in like a merch location somewhere, you can pick up a merch location pretty much anywhere, which must be really nice to get cool. Shift exchange. But if you're in attraction like us or like me at Soarin', like if you could only give your shift away to someone who was also trained at Soarin'. So that very much limits your opportunities to get those shifts covered. But it still worked out pretty good. Like any shift I really needed coverage, it went well. Yeah,
mine was just basically we had like different types of shifts where like the morning shifts would be parade shifts. So I mean, the thing about my job is it changed so much because we're not in entertainment, but we work with entertainment. So when entertainment changes something or like we change like a parade or we add new cavalcades or whatever, then we have to change our schedules accordingly.
That's good though.
Yeah.
Something different.
Yeah. You definitely learn how to like adapt. But during the day would be like cavalcade and parade shifts, which is like Festival Fantasy and then all the cavalcades. And then the later shifts will be fireworks, which is when we do flag retreat. I didn't know Magic Kingdom did this until I worked here. Yeah, at 5:00 every day at Town Square, Magic Kingdom, they do flag retreat. It's like this whole ceremony, bring the flag down. Oh. They have our like security guards or I forget what they're called. Take the flag down, and then us pack. We kind of like performing in a way. We march with like the band and the Dapper Dans into it. Cool. If we're marching that day, you're either marching or you're either like clearing for it. But so I know I wanted to do like a fireworks shift when my family was there one time so that they can like see me march, go into the thing, do the whole like ceremony. It's kind of fun. I did marching band in high school, so I was like, it's like, I feel like I'm at high school. No way. What did you play?
Oh my gosh. So I know this is a little off topic, guys. I know you're in pep band, but when I was in high school, I did like concert band. I played French horn, and then marching band, I did mellophone.
What?
But I quit after 2 years and joined the cheerleading squad. So.
What?
But I did do it for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was always in bands. Really cool.
Yeah, I did drums, and that's why wow, it's been a while because I forget what they got, the Philharmonic or the Philharmonic like marching band. I always say that's my retirement plan. Yeah, I'm just gonna go like play like take the snare guy's like position when I'm older.
Yeah, no, this is a good topic. Do you ever want to go back to the company, or like what would be like your dream job? Like, do you see a future with yourself at Disney?
I I do. I went to, I definitely want to go back to the company. I don't necessarily want to go back to my exact like role. I mean, I love my job, but I do want to go more into like a more like salary job.
Yes, of course.
But I mean, because there's the Disney College program and then there's the Disney Professional internships. So I think after I graduate, depending on how the semester goes, I would like to do like a Disney Professional internship.
Do you know where? I don't know much about that. So if you want to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. So they have basically professional internships on really anything you can think of. I mean, they're really hard to get, so you just have to basically apply for everything and see what you get.
Yeah.
But I would like to do something with maybe like their social media or like video content or something where I can still like be in the parks. Maybe like I love guests and all that, but maybe like a little more like on like the
backside,
backside of it
a little bit.
Yeah. I feel like I had fun like being on like the front line, being in the park, you know, doing all that stuff and being like one of those faces. But I think I'm ready for like a more like background role.
Yeah.
Too, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Anyway, so we're about to go to our next commercial break. So we'll be right back after this.
And we're back. Oh, time flies when you're having fun. It really does. I can't believe we only have like 5 minutes left.
Yeah, for real.
For real. We definitely did hit a lot of topics. Really quickly, we kind of got cut off with our commercial break. We were talking about what we want to do after. Like, if we want to go back to the company, you know. As a dance major at Rider, my goal is to go into entertainment and more of the performance. So the parades, I would love to be in the parades. Cool. A little dancer. What was it called? The one they did in front of the castle, like Friendship Fair. Friendship Fair. Really cute, really cute. Yeah, I did a program at Flamingo, which is the residential dorms, about the cruise line, which is something that we don't really hear about a lot during the DCP because obviously you're working in the parks. But the cruise line is a big spot you could work at. So I would like to do entertainment there. They do a lot of shows and different stuff. But my backup would probably be children's activities, which is a role you can do mostly in the resorts. Yeah. But the Disney Cruise Line also has a great thing about it.
That sounds really fun. I know one of my roommates, she's extended her program, so she's still there. But after her extension, I know she applied or was like looking at the Disney Cruise Line and like going over there. She's a dancer too. I don't know if she wants to go for like performance or if she wants to do something else in the cruise line. Yeah. But I just think it's so cool, especially with the new Disney Wish. Yeah, the new Disney Wish. It's like wild. The cruise ship. There's so many cruise ships that I didn't even know before I went to the event. Yeah. And there's so many, they talked about it a lot. There's so many ways to like move up, especially in the parks too, but in the cruise line, especially in children's activities, there's so many ways to work your way up. But in the parks, you know, you're usually a general cast member and then you can be a coordinator and then, what are they just called? Managers? A leader. And then eventually proprietor, I guess, if you wanted to go that far. There's so many ways to advance within the company. Yeah, and I know like coordinators, so kind of how Disney works, at least in like, you know, frontline in the parks, once you're like a full-time member, you can, like the sky's your limit. I know someone who's younger than me who just got coordinator in my group. And I think he's 18, 19. A lot of CPs go to trainer after their program and then will eventually shortly become a coordinator. I know a lot of people who are coordinators that are around my age. I know we had a leader who was, I think, 24 and she started the program when she was 18 and just worked her way up. Like, yeah. And you can do it quickly too. If you are really into it, you know. Yeah, I feel like that's the good thing with, at least that I saw working there, is that it's not really like an age thing. Because I mean, I'm pretty sure you have to be like 18 or older to work there. I'm guessing. I think it is. So they don't look at your age when you're like applying for stuff that much. They're more looking at like what you're saying, your ideas, seeing if you're good for the job or not. And that's why my friend God, who's actually from PA, we're from like the same area actually. Yeah. He lives down there, so he's just like part-time, full-time there. But yeah, if you like want to do something, if you like work hard and you impress like your higher ups and like just your fellow coworkers, like you can go far. I mean,
there's so much room to grow within the company,
and there's so many like different jobs like I didn't even know about,
and you can transfer. This transfer genie, which is you can just like try everything.
Yeah,
you're never bored at the parks. That's for sure. There's something new every day that you learn, or something new that you witness.
Exactly, that's something I feel like appeals to me. I don't like doing like. I don't think I want to do like the same job for too long. You know, I
was getting bored of Soarin' towards the end. I was getting a little bit bored of my attraction already, especially being there every day.
And that's why they have the transfer genie. You know, you can like see if you can go to a different job or a different role, different ride. Would you ever wanted to try like a different role that you didn't get, like out of attractions?
When I applied, I really wanted to be a character attendant.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or I mean, I really did want attractions. Or I wanted costuming, but now I'm kind of glad I didn't get costuming.
Yeah.
I wanted something in entertainment because that's what I wanted to go into. And costuming, I think it's technically in entertainment. But looking at it, no, not for me.
Yeah, I wanted either attractions or children's activities.
Children's activities, yes. Yeah. That's definitely one that if I go back, I would definitely pursue that more.
Yeah. It was... When I got my role, because I didn't even know that like PAC was a thing. Like I didn't even know my role was like a role that you can get. So, but now that I know what it is, that I probably would have like wanted to do that. But I still always kind of wanted the experience of like working an actual ride, like attraction. I mean, at least for like a month. Like I would love to just like try it.
It's very stressful.
You know? Yeah, I bet.
That's the only thing. I mean, you have to have definitely a certain work ethic. Like you have to be on top of it all the time, noticing things because something could go wrong at any time, and you have to protect the Disney brand. Oh, we have 1 minute left.
I know.
Oh no, I'm so sad.
So I guess we're gonna have to.
Yes, we will be airing every Tuesday from 10 to 11. This will be a regular thing.
So we'll have to see each other.
Yeah, and then our next shows will be more structured. This was definitely like a little fun, get to know us, talk about the brand a little bit, but definitely tune in for our next show.
Yeah, and talk about what even this CP is. I mean, there might be something you don't even know, like what Disney College
we got some good topics coming up, guys.
Yeah, we got some good stories. So definitely tune in. We'll probably talk about celebrity meetings next one.
We met so many celebrities.
Crazy.
Little Disney
you have more than me.
Oh my gosh, yes. Definitely some good stories.
Thank you for watching the Disney Insiders. We will be back next week only on 1077 The Bronx and 1077thebronx.com.